Hello everyone and welcome to another best of 3 in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2 Finals. It is playday number 3 of the group stage, so we are right in the middle of that, and we do have the battle between the two Germans, and those are HasuObs, the undead player in red, spawning here in the bottom left corner of Twisted Meadows, starting with a Fiend build order, Graveyard and Crypt, so many Fiends early on, late Death Knight, and his opponent also German undead player Protois, spawning in the top right corner with Altar, Crypt and Ziggurat. So it looks like we're gonna see a ghoul build order here by him, no Fiends. And by the way, at the time this was the match between the number 1 and the number 2 of Germany. So this is a rematch from the EPS finals season 11, I believe, from the winter season of 2007. And those finals were won with a 2-1 in quite exciting best of 3 by HasuObs. Therefore, HasuObs at the time the German number 1, Protois at the time the German number 2. So Protois is actually going for a ghoul build here with a Death Knight first though, so no Lich or anything like that. But yeah, ghouls by him, so quite the uncommon approach early on for Undead Mirror. Whereas for HasuObs, we see the regular Altar, Ziggurat, shop right now. Eventually a second Ziggurat, we'll see if it's going to be here a little bit more aggressively or further in the back. Death Knight first for him, of course. And we see that that is quite a bit delayed compared to the Death Knight of Protois. By the way, HasuObs with his build, of course, doesn't have the means to scout early on, whereas Protois with his Scout Acolyte right now finds the spawn position of his opponent, and he actually decides to reveal his Acolyte. So he shows basically HasuObs that he is not playing the same build order that HasuObs is playing, but at the same time he's getting the full information of what's happening inside of HasuObs' main base. I guess nothing particularly surprising here for the yellow undead player, who starts the game here by losing a ghoul to creeps, which, okay, I guess isn't exactly the most promising start he could have hoped for. In the meantime, of course, getting the first bunch of XP. I'm expecting Protois to tech more quickly here than his opponent. HasuObs with the Death Knight spawning right now is gonna get his first experience as well. First skeleton is heading out for some scouting.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, not so sure. Ah, okay, that was the Scout Acolyte from earlier on. And Protois is gonna get aggressive immediately. HasuObs though, some nice awareness, sending a skeleton out towards the middle. Just trying to check whether or not Protois was going to come in, and that was the case exactly. The skeleton provides a level 2 for the DK. Pretty well known for everyone who has ever played an Undead versus Orc match on Twisted Meadows. This camp, +1 skeleton, is going to give the Blade Master level 2 in many cases if the Undead decides to go for the build that HasuObs is going for here. But yeah, we're not seeing a Blade Master here. We're seeing 3 Fiends on the side of HasuObs and plenty of ghouls on the side of Protois. But a lot of skeletons currently for HasuObs. I'm not sure if this is the greatest engagement for Protois. He's trying to get a good angle against those Fiends, but yeah, HasuObs thus far isn't giving him the chance to really do anything. Death Knight is also not going to get surrounded, and I think Protois might be overextending here. Is he getting us around soon? If not, then this could turn out to be quite a terrible fight early on. The second ghoul not yet falling, and Protois is disengaging. It looks like he's gonna get out of there with most of his stuff alive. The Death Knight is still on the run. Ghouls are hanging out here. HasuObs blocking a bit with one of the Fiends, but alright, the Death Knight does sneak away. So not all too much lost there for Protois at the end, but nothing gained either. And well, compare the Death Knights. There's level 2, of course, for Protois, but HasuObs does have full mana here And Protois has 0 coils remaining. Finally he gets this around here. The first Fiend is about to fall, but... Oh no, it isn't even about to fall. This round is opened up again, and this is just a massacre here. Protois didn't get a single kill just yet, and he lost like 5 ghouls already to the forces of HasuObs, who now feels confident enough, and I think rightfully so, to creep this orange camp. Protois, yeah, has to start running away. Has lost a lot of ghouls tech-wise. He's only a tiny bit ahead here. So yeah, he invested into a lot of ghouls, and his tech was late as well as a result. So interesting to see by Protois that he's not going for the, you know, expected Fiend mirror here between those two, which by the way also was what was played in that in those EPS finals. But alright, we're seeing 2 different strategies clashing here, which is also not the worst thing, generally speaking. So both creep on a bit. Gloves of Haste for Protois. The Ring of Protection earlier for HasuObs. Neither of them with the greatest items here. Just as I said, Robe of the Magi. That's nice. Protois continues creeping a bit with the Ghouls, taking down the Trappers here first with their medium armor. Rather easy kills, and it looks like HasuObs is now going to be the one putting up the pressure. 5 Fiends on the field for him. 1-0 attack upgrades also finished, and tier 2 is about to finish as well. And this is already, I think, a challenging situation for Protois, who's got, yeah, a lot of ghouls on low HP here, and yeah, that's not gonna make things all too much easier. Scout Skeletons here of HasuObs are even sneaking in and killing another ghoul. First building here has been taken down already, and the Tome of Relics, that is quite a painful loss. Dreadlord second for Protois, so he's going all out here. He really wants to get those surrounds against the Fiends, but I mean, this Dreadlord second, okay, I think if HasuObs sees it and finds a lot of... Oh, this is... Okay. Hold that thought for a second. Let's see how many ghouls HasuObs is going to be able to kill here. Perhaps only 1 for the time being. The Death Knights both are heading towards these ghouls. There's a heal scroll bot for the yellow undead here for Protois, and he's able to heal his ghouls up. There's no way in hell that a surround would be a smart idea against HasuObs' Death Knight, especially since he's got the Invo potion, but also with all these Fiends coming in, that would just be a slaughter against the ghouls. To finish that thought about the Dreadlord, okay, he could get annoyingly creep checked here, but I don't even think Protois has got the numbers for that. But let's imagine he did. Let's imagine like 5 more ghouls here and a Dreadlord. I think HasuObs would just town portal out and sit back and go into a late game with destroyers, etc. when the Dreadlord becomes immensely inefficient. Lich second is out. We'll see if it's going to be Frost Armor or Nova. I guess still Nova, because I don't think these ghouls are enough of a threat to really, you know, force HasuObs into Frost Armor. But I guess there's nothing wrong with Frost Armor either. Would just be the safer choice. So the Fiend is coming in for a block. The Death Knight is taking quite a bit of damage, and there he takes the first Nova as well, but looks like he's going to be able to sneak out, but taking a lot of damage, already down to half of his hit points. And I mean, against some more focus fire, he's not going to be able to stay around forever. Dreadlord starts doing some creeping. As soon as this rock golem is falling, take a look at the main base of Protois as well to see what's happening in there. I imagine tier 3 and a slaughterhouse as well on the side of the yellow undead. That's exactly what's happening. Guess he's gonna plan on adding the Lich as well, and just try and somehow transition into a playable late game using Cannibalize here. So interesting touch there amongst the German undeads. HasuObs also trying that against Lin previously, in case you forgot. No, it was against Grubby actually. Okay, level 2 for the Dreadlord, but he's going to be creep checked right now. Aura second has been skilled, I guess. Sleep. Cast on the Lich too late though, and 2 of the ghouls are slowed, and well, at least one of them is gonna fall. Looks like the other one's gonna get out of there alive. The Dreadlord tried to deny. Okay, actually, the Ghoul is falling here. The creeps, oh my god, the creeps also uniting here against Protois, making things even worse for him. 2 more Ghouls falling, level 2 for the Lich of HasuObs, who's playing a very solid game here. Whereas Protois is, yeah, struggling to get into this game at all. Cryptlord 3rd is out for HasuObs. Yeah, now Lich is coming, first statue is coming. But yeah, HasuObs has got the superior heroes. He's got the superior army currently. He's tagged up to tier 3. You know, he's getting ready for the late game, so there's nothing to really gain there for Protois, and it's just looking like a very, very tough task. He's getting Frenzy right now. He's getting a Sacrificial Pit. Creeping some. I mean, we do have 3 and 2 against 4, 2 and 1, and yeah, there's not really any chance that Protois is going to be able to catch up there with the creeping. I mean, he's creeping here and there's no camp nearby. HasuObs has taken this. Protois has taken this previously. And HasuObs is in the middle of the map where there's a lot of juicy camps still to creep. One of mana stealing for the Cryptlord. Level 2 for that one as well. But it looks like he doesn't even want to creep.
Research complete.
Which also seems reasonable. Expansion attempt for Protois here as the Acolyte is leaving the base. Skeleton has now come in, but it looks like HasuObs just wants to finish the game right now. Morphing the Destroyer. There's really not much on the field for Protois. By the way, got a second Crypt and starts building some Gargoyles right now. But we'll see if Web is already researched for HasuObs, but he needs more than 2 Gargoyles to seriously, you know, start, you know, posing any sort of threat for the red undead army here. Second Destroyer more often. He's gonna go in for the Nerubian Tower right now. The statue here also out of position, gets immediately killed. Gargoyles are coming in, 3 to be precise, and Web is on the field already. The first fiend of HasuObs is about to fall. No, it isn't. It's being coiled. Impale hits everything. The Destroyers can do whatever they want here. Ghouls are heading out. Protois is trying to get them into a good angle against those fiends, which are actually a little bit awkwardly placed, but I mean, the numbers are just so much in favor of HasuObs here. Protois would need another easily 10 ghouls to have any shot in this game. Everything has fallen already for the yellow undead player. 27 supply against 60 is quite a telling sign, and there's the GG by Protois. He started with yeah, quite a well, yeah, maybe a very, very committing strategy here, going for a lot of ghouls early on and really trying to force those surrounds against the fiends, and he, you know, ended up, you know, only losing 1 ghoul at first, but he had to use all of his coils, while HasuObs hadn't used a single coil in the first skirmish. And then he tried to stay aggressive. He tried to continue preventing HasuObs from getting anything done. And I think when he got that surround on the 1 fiend and lost like 5 ghouls, and all he got was like, you know, 1 coil out of HasuObs in return for it, that was when things were already completely going down the drain. HasuObs just playing a standard solid game, nothing really to complain about from his point of view. He's leading 1-0. Map number 2 will be Turtle Rock.